here today bringing you Wakfu or Wakfu, whatever you want to call it. It's all about personal preference. Now, I really don't have a lot to say on this episode because it was a comedy episode. I would say it didn't really open up for much, besides for the next guy that's gonna be in the next episode, which I've already reviewed. I've done a review on episode 5, and this was just a catch up on the rest for those who haven't watched the episodes. And if you haven't watched the other episodes, watch those. Watch those, then watch the reviews of those, then watch mine, please. But yeah, there's not really much to go on to this episode on. But let me get to the review nonetheless. And I'm sorry if I sound like a little bit lower than everything. I am like very tired today, so sorry if my enthusiasm isn't like all the way up to the top like it should be. It will probably be when I review episode 6, which is going to be probably right after I review this one. So yeah. So let's begin. We start off the episode with immediately what happened right afterwards, after Oboro gave the speech about the tower thing. Immediately right after that, we see that everybody is still very traumatized about what they saw, and theoretically all traumatized about what they saw, and the only one that is still perfectly fine and trying to get everyone to move forward is Ellie. Sorry, I am very bad with that. So we go to her trying to talk to Yugo, and she's all like, okay, so I'm coming to you because everybody else isn't doing anything. They're all like, later, go talk to Yugo, so I'm here talking to you. And then Yugo is like just still relaying everything that just happened, trying to come to grips on everything that just happened, that his brother is officially with the bad guys and still very much mad at him. And he's having a lot of... He's coming to grips with a lot of things. The fact that he killed Nox, trapped Gilby in a place that he didn't want to really do. And he's very, very upset about it. And I would be too if everything that I believed I was doing right, I'm doing kind of wrong. Now, one thing I think this season, like I've said earlier, is really about is the weight of their consequences, of the Brotherhood of Tofu's consequences over the past 2 seasons, like what those 2 seasons plus the special episodes, like the aftermath of all of that. Like after all the hero saving, after all of everything they've done, there's gonna be some type of backlash or some type of consequence. But what ends up happening is, when Yugo tells Ellie later, I don't know, just go do whatever you want, she gets super upset and like goes up to Dally, and Dally's like, no, Ellie, and Rublex is looking up saying, you should probably look up at, your daughter. And he's like, I don't need this. And the reason why he said that is because Ellie picks up one of those giant clock gears and hits Dally in the head, which draws everyone's attention from their traumatization to her. And she theoretically tells them, unlike everybody else, you can't afford to, sit there and be all moping since, your wife and your son are in there. And she gives this big motivational speech about that Dally's a Yop, and Yops don't think, they don't care about these traumatizing events till much later after. They just go headfirst into things. And she gives Dally the motivation that he needs to run up and punch a door. They're ready to go to the door that's keeping them from the tower. And he just keeps punching it and punching it. Like, this reminds me of the old Dally, how he would just charge in things. And I'm going to go into later character development on Dally on a much later separate video, probably after this season is over with. And what we get to is, it's not working. Him punching the door 80,000 times isn't working. And Yugo even says it's saying, okay, Dally, punching the door isn't working. We're not going to get through this with brute force. It looks like there is a riddle. And this whole door thing is a comedy section because we see Rule getting all like fanatic and jizzing his pants over the way this door is designed and the way it looks. And we then go into Amalia trying to open the door, getting it wrong, getting crushed, and then we get a little bit of romantic moment with them when he's all like, "You owe me another one." She does a song. It's like very flirty. I can tell they both know the other one likes each other, but everyone keeps getting in the way of them going. And the person who actually solves this riddle is Rule. And it's kind of hilarious because let's face facts here. No, I was not. I expected Amalia got it right when I saw it. I was like, oh, okay, Amalia got it right. Hooray for feminism. And he didn't. She didn't. She did not. She did not get that right at all. And so what we cut to, and this is probably going to be one of my shorter videos, guys, because I am literally going to be able to breeze through this very fast. Because most of this was comedy. This was a comedy episode, trying to get a little bit lighthearted after the last episode that we went through. Like, seriously, that was some hard stuff that they went through. But we then come to this little swamp place, and what caught me in this episode is that we see the Count. And if any of you don't know who the Count is, he was a Zellor that was more or less different from because the only Zellors we've ever seen have been Nox and the mention of, I guess, the Grand Clock Nox from season 2, and they had a big meeting with Gilpy. Those are the only two Zellors that we've seen and what they can do. Unless you've played the Wakfu games of Crow's manga and the Wakfu MMO. As you've played those, he's our only other reference to Zellor type things. And we see him still frozen in the position that he was in the OVA episodes. And yet again, for those who have not seen the OVA episode, I suggest you go see that, because that will explain. If you're one of those people that just watched season 1, season 2, never watched the OVA episodes, and are just popping on in season 3, you're going to be left out on a lot, because you'll be very confused on what was happening. On why Adamai is with these people, who's Lady Echo, who's all that other stuff. Go watch that. Go watch the OVA episode. It's amazing. Very, very, very wonderful. Now, what we cut to is this weird swamp, and I'm back on the swamp thing because this yet again has more comedy and the fact that Deli steps in some poo, some crap, some shit, and has this very, like, he is so horrified, and this was, I don't get how blatantly I could say this is a comedy episode, like, for the 18th time, because that's what this whole thing was. That's why this video is probably going to be a lot shorter than my other Wakfu reviews, which are, like, normally 20 or 30 minutes long. But we do meet in the tower. As you know, all this world says this tower is theoretically holding for each one's going to be a new god. And we meet, I can't say the god's name right, so forgive me if I can't, or if you want to tell me what it's actually pronounced supposed to be in the comment section, please tell me. It's Osmados, ? And she's the demigod, or the daughter of this god, and she has a very, she's very interesting, and I believe very powerful. And she kind of gives us a glimpse on how strong Osboro is supposed to be, because she said if it wasn't for the fact that Ellie was there with them and that he had an interest in her, then he could have one-shot all of them. All of them could have one-shotted Dali, Amalia, Ruel, Yugo. And I'm kind of upset that Amalia has not received any significant buff. The only crazy thing that we've seen her do was in season 1, where she, like, was possessed by the Tree of Life and became super broken. Like, I want that form back. I want possessed Tree of Life Amalia just wrecking havoc. We've seen a uncontrollable God Dali when we saw in the OVA episodes, which was fantastic. We've seen an overpowered Yugo, actually, when Fyrus gave him that buff, and we're still seeing more buffs given to Yugo due to the fact that he is, and it's even seen in this one, how fast he goes to approach the demigod chick whose name I can't remember. I can't remember the demigod's name, so I'm just going to call her the demigod. I'm sorry. Just tell me in the comment section what her actual name is. So if she is referenced or shown later on in the series, I will not be the dumb fuck that I am and forget the name. There's one thing I have to be hyped about, and I would say but she turns everyone but Ellie into a tofu. And Tofu Squad, guys. Put hashtag Tofu Squad in the comment section because that was an adorable scene. That was adorable. And I'll be honest, the one who looks the best is the Tofu Ruel. Like, I get he's old, but he's like adorably old. Which really got me questioning on where's Oz, everyone? Where's Oz? Because I haven't seen him at all. At all. I'm not entirely sure if he's in the OVA specials. If he is, then I have to go rewatch that. But I haven't seen Oz. At all. At all. Has anyone else seen Oz? Or is he even going to show in the series, or did they forget that Oz was a thing? That Grugaloragran chose Oz. Like, literally the entirety of season 1 was... Oz was in there and was a big plot point to that series. He was the reason the Brotherhood of Tofu was formed. His species is in the name. But they became the Tofu Squad, the true Brotherhood of the Tofu, because they were Tofus. Now, I enjoyed the comedy part on how Dally tried to form his arm. Tried to use Rubelex as a way to use his arm, and he leans over and punches himself, which we all knew if you were seeing it. Kind of knew that was going to happen, because this is Dally, and Dally has never been smart and tactical until, like, the next episode. And watch that review, by the way, because I actually go into Dally's kind of big development that he's gone through. But yeah, so she then has this the demigod has the conversation with Ellie about how we get a little backstory on her, on how she really hates the fact that her father, Osmotus, has done nothing to protect the animals of the world of 12 because they've been through so much violence, so much pain, been killed for food and everything, and she really loves animals and really despises violence between animals, so she has kept most of the animals of the world of 12, or at least the ones that she's seen, in storage inside this giant frog thing, so when they have successfully changed the world, have gotten rid of the old gods, she can let them all see the new world, that they don't have to worry about being hurt or anything. So she really cares about her animals, and she doesn't want any harm to come to them. Now, I really like this, and I really like the premise of it, but as we know, in situations like this, when a group of people, or the main bad guy, groups a bunch of people who want to do good, it always ends with a huge backstab reveal that the bad guy secretly didn't care about any of their beliefs, they just needed them for this. And we don't know if that's the case. I'm just going by what typically goes on with situations like this, in whatever show, genre, or anything when it involves things like this. And that's all it really was. That was the main thing that we got from this, is we got comedy in this episode and a bunch of backstory on the demigod. And she really, truly, the demigod really and truly believes that Ouroboros is doing a right thing and that he is a very good guy. She even defends him in the beginning of the episode when they're attacking him, and he's all like, hey, he's not a bad guy. The last thing our Lord is a murderer. So your family or your friends are probably fine. And we get a little cuts here and there to where Lady Echo and Evangeline are. And that's midway through the episode. Evangeline does not trust this and does not trust Lady Echo at all. And even when she offers them a bunch of food and Floppin tries eating it, she stops and saying, I don't know if I can trust you. And obviously, Lady Echo just says, okay, I'll show you. So she bites the eats the food and shows to Evangeline that nothing's bad with it, nothing's tarnished, and she even states saying, "Your family has divine, like at least your children have divine blood, and at least they've had good teachings, good morals installed, had a family to be with them. But the rest of the gods here, most of the demigods here, are orphans. Like their father or mother were never there for them. They dropped them like a sack of hot potatoes." And what goes on with this is the fact that Evangeline kind of is just happy to be with her son, seeing him eat, so she lets him eat and everything. And this is a real touch that also Lady Echo believes in their cause, and I think Evangeline is going to, even if everyone joins them, I think Evangeline is going to be the one to help orphan or take care of these demigods who grew up without parents, with no family of their own. Like Floppin and Ellie are lucky for the fact that their dad used to be a yacht god and is still with them, unlike the rest of these poor souls. Now, one thing I can say, and this is me overall wrapping everything up, due to the fact that she turns everyone back into normal and tries to tell Ellie that she really hopes that they join us. She even says it to Yugo, because Yugo even says, "You're a wonderful person, and I see what you're doing, but why are you with him? You should probably not stay with this guy." And she replies with saying, "He's not a bad guy, and I really hope that you join us, and you'll understand why I say that soon." And this goes to the point that I really think that they might join. I'm going to say one of them or someone should join. I know it's not going to be Dali after everything he's been through. Ellie might join. I think it's very hard for me to tell with Yugo, because Yugo could join. He actually could join, and Ruel is Ruel, so he I don't know. But we get some interesting stuff in this episode, I'll give you that. We get more backstory on the demigod, or at least the demigods. We get a little backstory with their overall group with Lady Echo and the rest of the demigods. They're all pretty much orphaned because they're god, and they make very strong feelings about it due to the fact the demigod of Osamata specifically says, "My dad's perfectly fine in his other dimension, not caring about what happens to me or any of else on this planet." And it's kind of interesting that I know that the gods live in their own separate dimension, which is a pretty good put on things, that they live in their own dimension, their own reality, away from everyone else. So it gives a little backstory, a little bit lore on the gods and where they are. And you play the Chromangas game, we can see what they do. But yeah, it's very interesting on their take on their own parents and their take on this group. So all I can say about this episode is very comedy heavy. We get a whole lot of backstory on a bunch of things. And I don't know I'm still on Yugo's side, but I still kind of understand where the group on the other side is coming from. Now, I am still hating Adamai for everything that he did. That he attacked Tristapin and the rest of his family. Hate the fact that he abandoned his brother. Now, I understand the fact that Adamai in the OVA trusted Lady Echo just a wee bit from what she was telling, but he had no idea what she was saying was true at all. And I don't get into this whole tangent on why I'm disliking Adamai in Season 3. How I disliked him, theoretically, I liked him in the beginning of the special episodes. Disliked him from near the end, and I'm disliking him in Season 3. And some of you guys might feel different, and I'll understand that. But yeah, if I had to rate this episode, I would probably give it a 7.5, 8 out of 10. I know I'm probably saying, no, some of you guys probably think I'm saying this because there wasn't a lot of action. I'm saying this because, honestly, I did have a gripe about the episode on how it focused too much on the comedy, and I get it, they're trying to alleviate from the lighthearted episode a bit, from the very heavy depressing episode. But I could say they could have done what they've done before in the past, which is going with a little lightheartedness and bringing like a little bit of seriousness in it. The only serious things we ever got, like very serious, was the thing with the Count which is we see the count there, and everyone is very shocked. But we all already knew that was happening. But the only real serious thing that we got was the very serious backstory on the demigod, and that was about it. But I give it an 7.5 and 8 out of 10. Pretty average, decent episode. I'm not gonna. I'm not saying that I hate this episode. I'm not hating anything in season 3 at all so far. Just it perpetuates into the next episode, and we all know how much I like that one. But yeah, this wasn't a bad episode. Still happy about the Tofus, actually them being turned into Tofus, because that was adorable. But yeah, there wasn't really a lot for me to say in this episode. So all I have to tell you guys is, like if you agree with what I have to say, like if you just like me speaking, doing this review, and getting my review out, I didn't get it out yesterday. Dislike if you want, dislike if you didn't agree, dislike if you really felt like what I was saying is garbage, or how you don't like this or don't like that. Please, I can't control you hitting the dislike button. I'm not gonna tell people just hit the like button. No, you can hit the dislike button too if you want. I don't care. Just, it's your choice. Your choice whether you want to hit the like or dislike button. Still love you guys nonetheless. Comment in the comment section if you like what I talked about. Just want to talk about what you liked. Want to have a discussion with me about this episode. Tell me the improvements that you want me to make. Things you theoretically just have a conversation with me in the comment section, or just comment if you think I should improve on anything, what you want to see, what you want me to review. Just your personal opinion or anything, and I will not get upset. Please, love of Christ. This is for in the future, or for anything else. Don't argue in the comment section, please, for the love of God. Please. You'll never see me ban the comment section, but god dang, you'll see me get annoyed. Share this video. Share this video with your friends, family, the guy next door. If he likes anime, manga, Wakfu, video games, anything, drop him by this channel. Drop him by this channel. Drop him by this channel, guys. Lastly, subscribe. And this is what I want to get on for today. Guys, we reached our goal of 20 subscribers. We have 20 wonderful people on this channel. Oh my god, guys, I am so happy. Ooh. And I have to thank you guys for where we are. I have to thank you guys for the start that we're at, the 20 subscriber mark that we hit. As I've said before in the past videos, I would not expect to hit this. Was not expecting this to hit 20 for at least another year. And I started this channel in I think July or June, and I was not expecting to hit a 20 subscriber mark until a year or two later, because that's what it took for my old channel back in the day for me to even hit 10. It took a very long time, and this is amazing for me, guys, and I really enjoy it, and I really hope we keep growing. We get more people on this channel, so we can have a big old family of people, wonderful pirates on this wonderful Tango ship, my beautiful Tango pirates, and I really enjoy this. Now I know some of you are probably wondering, Kaylin, you've been only doing Wakfu for these past couple of days. What happened to the anime, the manga, the video gaming? And I promise you, I will get to that. But I'm doing mostly Wakfu content because I've been waiting for this season for a very long time. And don't worry, I'm still keeping track on everything anime and manga related. Mallory, I am going to end up reviewing your Wolf's Rain thing, probably as soon as after I'm done with this series with Wakfu. But seriously, guys, thank you for everything that you've done for this channel. I'm actually going to say I couldn't have made it here without you guys. I couldn't have made it here without the few friends that I asked to help me with this channel, and with the people who are just joining this channel and just coming by saying, I like this guy's content, especially the Wakfu content, and I'm going to hit the subscribe button. And yeah, this is wonderful. And don't think I'm just going to stop doing Wakfu content after season 3. I'm going to be doing discussions on Wakfu, on specific characters, what I think of it. Heck, I'm even going to do a whole lore spiel over everything. And for gaming, I'm going to do a playthrough with Oxenfree and with Dead Space. very soon, and this channel is going to, we're going to do a lot more content on this channel. This channel is going to grow heavily, so please tell your friends, your family, your guy next door. I know I already said this, just so we can get bigger, guys. But I am completely content with the 20 subscribers that I have. I want to thank you guys for everything you've done for this channel, everything. And I know I said this is going to be a short video. It's 25, so around my normal time period, but most of this is filled with fluff. But I really want to thank you guys for everything that you've done for me, for this channel, everything. At the end of the day, guys, be safe, my Tango Pirates. I love you guys. Take care of yourselves.